limala ngaphandle kokuthi wawukade unenkinga yenhliziyo futhi wena awukaze ugeze kusukela nge-16 zika June 2020.
Is that record all correct? Let's unpack it. It's quite a mouthful. Did you tell the magistrate that you don't want to report any injuries or medical conditions?
Ake siqhaqheke le ndaba le uye wamtshela uMantshi ukuthi wena ayikho into ofuna ukumtshela yona ngokugula noma ngempilo yakho.
Akazangibuza Nkosi enkantolo ngalombuzo.
I was not asked such a question.
But did you provide the answer that is recorded here?
Kodwa impendulo le ebhalwe la uye wamnika yona.
Ngiyayiphikisa Nkosi enkantolo.
I dispute this answer.
Did you also tell the magistrate that you had a heart problem?
uMantshi uye wamtshela ukuthi unenkinga yenhliziyo.
Nkosi enkantolo ngiyaphinda angiguli Nkosi enkantolo.
My lord, I repeat, I
Azange.
am not sick and I have never been sick.
But the question is, did you tell the magistrate that you had a heart problem?
Kodwa umbuzo kammeli ukuthi uye watshela uMantshi wena ukuthi unenkinga yenhliziyo.
Angimazi Nkosi enkantolo ukuthi ukuthathaphi lokubhala azange ngikhulume ngokugula kuyena.
I do not know where the magistrate took this from, as I have never said anything regarding ill health to the magistrate.
Did you tell the magistrate that you haven't taken a bath since the 16th of June 2020?
uMantshi uye wamtshela wena ukuthi awukaze ugeze kusukela nge-16 zika June 2020.
Leyo kugeza ngamtshela ngathi ngicela nokufona Nkosi enkantolo.
I did tell the magistrate that I did not take a bath, and I also asked to make a call.
Now, just to deviate a bit from Exhibit JJ, why was it that you hadn't taken a bath since the 16th of June 2020 to the 24th of June 2020 when you saw the magistrate at Boksburg Court?
Uthumeli ake siqhezuke kancane la kulobufakazi buka JJ. Kungani ubukade ungagezanga kusukela i-16 zika June 2020 ukuyofikela nge-24 zika June 2020 uma uyovela kuMantshi eBoksburg?
Nkosi enkantolo ngangenazo into zokugeza.
My lord, I did not have toiletry.
Okwesibili azange ngafoniswa ukuthi ngitshele enkantolo ngitshele umndeni wami ukuthi ngiboshiwe ukuthi ngikuphi.
And secondly, I was not afforded an opportunity to contact my family to inform them that I was arrested and my whereabouts.
Ngoba umndeni wami uzewazi nge-13 kaJuly ukudibana kwami nokuthelezo ukutheza ukuze ngimtshele ukuthi ngikuphi. Futhi April station akekho umuntu owangivisita for ifamily yami. Ngiqala ukuvisitwa ngo-2021 ngoMarch sengihlala elokhuzeni eRamshana eRustenburg ejele la khona.
And I had never had any visit. The first time when I informed a person, it was when I informed Buthelezi, and I've never even been visited at a police station. I firstly had a visit in 2021 when I was now in Ramushani.
Ramshani prison.
In Ramushani prison in Northwest.
Okay. Now,
and
that is where I also became free on my spirit.
Now, on the 24th of June 2020, did you have any injuries on your person?
Ngalelo langa le 24 zika June 2020 wawukade ulimele wena emzimbeni?
Umzimba obuhlungu Nkosi enkantolo ngoba ukushubhiwa ngoplastic nanokuthoshara kubuhlungu.
My body was painful, as being choked and tortured. It's painful, my lord.
Did you have any injuries on your hands or torso?
Wena ezandleni mhlawumbe wawukade ulimele?
Ezandleni Nkosi enkantolo nayizolo ngikhombisa namanje nangakamama kama handcuffed la mangikhombisa phangentlela ngangishawa ngayo.
I did even show the court yesterday that I have marks on my wrists that shows the way I was handcuffed.
Is there any reason why the injuries and your complaints were not relayed to the magistrate?
Sikhona isizathu esenza ukuthi lokulimala kwakho nezikhalazo zakho zingazange zatshelwa uMantshi.
Nkosi enkantolo ngangizomtshela kwayena kube wayengibuza mina.
My lord, I would have informed the magistrate if the magistrate had asked.
Now let's go to the pro forma exhibit JJ, and we're skipping all these paragraphs that have been scratched out. We're going to paragraph 4.
Uthi-ke siyaqhubeka kubo lobufakazi siya ku paragraph yesine.
And it says, paragraph 4, I inform the deponent that any person who is in custody or has been arrested on any charge has the right to, and 4A, be assisted by a legal representative of his choice. Paragraph B, that if he cannot afford the services of a private legal representative, he has the right to apply to Legal Aid Board for assistance, and that if he qualifies, the Legal Aid Board will supply an attorney free of charge. Paragraph 4C, he is entitled to seek legal advice before making any statement to me. Was that those rights admonished to you?
Manje ke la ku paragraph 4 ithi mina ngiyamazisa umuntu ukuthi uma engaphakathi esitokisini noma ejele lo muntu loyo unamalungelo alandelelayo. Unelungelo loqala ilungelo lokuthi abe nommeli okhethwe uye. Ilungelo lesibini ukuthi uma ingabe lo muntu lo yena angakwazi ukuthi athole ummeli, lo muntu lo angahle afake isicelo sokuthi asizwe illegal aid. Uma ingabe illegal aid iyamvuma, illegal aid izomnika ummeli ongakhokhelwa. Umuntu yena futhi unelungelo lokuthi angacela ukucetshiswa ngaphambi kokuthi angayenza istatement kimi. Kusho ukuthi umantshi wayekade esho njalo. Lamalungelo lawa uye wacebiswa ngawo na?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo ngiyaqala mina uzwana efundweni.
No, my lord, it is my first time hearing what is being read.
Now the answer noted there is, I understand. Did you give that answer?
Impendulo ebhalwe la kuthiwa wena uthe ngiyazwisisa.
Hayi, angivumelani Nkosi enkantolo le answer ebhalwe la.
I dispute the answer that is written here.
And it proceeds further, and I read, do you have a legal representative, or do you wish to apply to the Legal Aid Board for assistance? And if so, do you wish to consult with him before making any statement to me? Do you recall that admonishment?
Bese ke uma iqhubeka ithi unaye ummeli na noma ufisa ukufaka isicelo kwi-legal aid ukuthi baze bakusize. Uma ingabe kunjalo ungathanda ukukhuluma naye ngaphambi kokuthi wenze lesi statement. Uyakhumbula kushiwo njalo?
Angisakhumbuli Nkosi enkantolo.
I do not recall that being said to me.
And the answer that is noted there, it says, Mr. Mjiako is my attorney. Did you give that answer?
Into ebhalwe la kuthiwa wena uthe umnumzane Mjiyakho ummeli wakho. Uye washo njalo?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo azange ngisho kanjalo mina.
No, my lord, I did not say that.
Umji yakho Nkosi enkantolo yena otshene mina ukuthi uthunywe ngabantu basekhaya. Lokuthi ngummeli ngizengakuzange ukuthi mhlawumbe uzomamela uthi thiwa njengomuntu mhlawumbe uthunyiwe. Hayi ukuthi ummeli.
Mjiyakho informed me that he was sent by my relatives. I assumed that he was going to listen to what was being said. I did not even know that he was an attorney.
Ingakho nje kangembuza Nkosi enkantolo ukuthi ubani okuthumela iphi number kasisi lo usisi ukutshena ukuthi wozala ngikhombisa number kasisi azange ngikhombisa Nkosi enkantolo.
And that is why I even asked him, who sent you? Who is that particular lady that you referred to her as my sister? Where is the phone number of that lady? And he never even showed me the number of that lady.
Lena namanje ngisafuna ukuyazi ukuthi wayethunywe ubani wayemtshela ukuthi ngiboshiwe.
To which even to date, I would still like to know who had sent him, who informed him that I was arrested.
Then we move to paragraph 5, and I read, I caution the deponent that is under no obligation whatsoever to make a statement, and that if he chooses to do so, it will be reduced to in writing as he speaks and may later be used against him as evidence in court. Deponent is asked if he understands this explanation, and the answer and recorded there is yes. Was this question asked of you, and did you give that answer?
Bese ke lana kuyaqhutshekwa kuthiwa lo muntu lo bekade enawe lana kusho yena uMantshi uthi uye wakucebisa ukuthi wena akusukuthi uyaphoqwa ukuthi wena wenze lesi statement. Uma ingabe uyakhetha ukwenza lesi statement sizawubhalwa phansi. Yonke into ozayikhuluma ingahle isetshenziswe kanye nawe enkantolo njengobufakazi. Bese umuntu lona uye wabuzwa wena ukuthi uyazwisisa, bese impendulo yakho yathi uyazwisisa yebo.
Okay.
Ngicela ukubona lapha Nkosi enkantolo.
It's my first time seeing this, my lord.
Okay. And then it goes on further under that, and I read, do you still wish to make a statement notwithstanding the fact that it may be used as evidence against you? And the answer provided thereto is yes.
Bese uma kuqhubekwa kuthiwa wena ubuziwe ukuthi usafuna ukwenza istatement leso nangokho singahle sisetshenziswe njengobufakazi, wena waphendula wathi yebo.
Hayi, Nkosi enkantolo hayi. Kuyaphikisana.
I dispute that, my lord.
Okay, let's then go on to paragraph 6. It says, I inform the deponent that he has the right to remain silent and that nobody can force him to make any statement, and that if he chooses to make a statement, nobody can force him to divulge any self-incriminating information. Was this explained to you?
Kuqhutshekwa ke kuyiwa ku number 6 kuthiwa uye wakucebisa ukuthi unelungelo lokuthi ungathula, akunamuntu okuphoqayo ukwenza lesi statement. Uma ingabe wena ufisa noma ukhetha ukuqhubeka ngalesi statement, akunamuntu okuphoqayo ukuthi ukhiphe izinto ezingahle zikubandakanise nawe nalelo lwazi. Uye wabuzwa umbuzo njalo?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
I was not asked such a question.
And the recorded answer there too is, I understand. Did you give that answer?
Kuye kwabhalwa ke impendulo ethi ngiyazwisisa. Wena uye waphana ngaleyo mpendulo?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord.
And then we paragraph 7, have you used any product that contains alcohol or any drug with a narcotic effect in the last 24 hours? Were you asked this question?
Bese ku paragraph 7 kuye kwabuzwa ukuthi uye wasebenzisa into mhlawumbe enotshwala noma eneyidakamizwa kuyisikhathi esidlulile kumahora angama-24. Uye wabuzwa lowo mbuzo?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord, I was not asked that question.
And the noted answer there is no.
Impendulo ye yathi cha.
Was that answer given by you?
Hayi,
Ngaleyo
angiyazi, Nkosi
mpendulo,
enkantolo.
I do not know that answer, my lord.
Paragraph 8, from the above mentioned questions and answers, it appears to me that the deponent is in his sane and sober senses, and in brackets, it notes indicate whether the opponent appears to be nervous, anxious, relaxed, fearful, jovial, etc., and also whether he has any special requests.
bese ke lana ku paragraph 8 kuyafundwa ukuthi ngemva kwale mibuzo ese ibuziwe neimpendulo kubonakala ukuthi lo muntu lo onginaye la phambi kwami yena ubekade ezilinganele emqondweni futhi yena engadakwanga nemizwa yakhe ingadakwanga ilutho futhi uma kuqhutshekwa kuthiwa kubonakala ukuthi lo muntu lona kubhalwe uma ingabe lo muntu lona uthukile noma kunento engathi yamthusela noma yena ukhululekile noma ubonakala ukuthi uphuma inyembezi kanjalo futhi ke kubhalwe nokuthi lo muntu lo ubekade enesicelo esehlukile noma isicelo esithize.
Was this explained to you?
Uye wachaziselwa lokho?
And before you answer that, let me read the answer that is there. It says the deponent, very relaxed, calm, maintain eye contact. When questions is answered, first with interpreter, then myself, and the answer goes further. I request a bath, to contact my family, and to have clothes, and to call my child.
Manje ke ummeli uthi ngaphambi kokuthi uphendule lo mbuzo ukuthi uye watshelwa lezi izinto impendulo kuthiwa wena ubonakala ukuthi ukhululekile futhi uyababheka uma libele kukhulunywa futhi nemibuzo uma iphendulwa iphendulwa nangutoliki njengoba etolika uma ephendula imibuzo bese naye umantshi uma ekhuluma noma ephendula wena uye wacela ukuthi ucela ukugeza futhi ucela nokuthi ushayele ucingo umndeni wakho futhi ucela nokuthi ushintshe impahla bokade uzigqokile ucela futhi nokuthi ushayele umntwana wakho ucingo.
Okay. Is that the answer that you gave in response to the admonishment above?
Injalo yiyo impendulo ewena uye wayinikezela ngemva kokuthi ubukade utshelwe lokho.
Kosenkantolo ngangicele ngisafika phakathi ku lapha ukuthi ngicela ukufona ngicela ukugeza.
My lord,
Awaze ngifundele ngalokho ngangimtshene ngingena ukuthi ngisacela ukube ngifonise ngifonele umndeni wami ngoba lokho ngaboshwa June 16 ngiboshelwe icala leli engene ngale ngiphambi kwenkantolo azange ngifone futhi angigezi angaziwa ukuthi nguphi.
My lord, I made a request to contact my family just upon my arrival, immediately before even anything could be done, and I had never taken a bath as well since the 16th of June, and I was arrested for this matter which I am appearing before the court, and no one knows my whereabouts, and this was not read to me. I was not aware of such. However, the request, I made it at first hand when I arrived.
Nalokho ukuthi inkosi enkantolo ukuthi mina ngangimbuka emehlweni kuyaphikisana nakho abangangihlalela ngibhekele phansi esitulweni inkosi enkantolo.
And even the eye contact, my lord, as it states here, I disputed because as I was seated down, I was facing down. I never made any eye contact.
And then it goes on at 9. I now ask the deponent to tell me in his own words how he came to be brought to my office to make this statement. Do you see that?
Bese ke lana ku number 9 kona kuthiwa uye wacela wena ngamazwi wakho ukuthi umtshele ukuthi kuzenjani ukuthi ulethwe ehhovisi lakhe uzoyenza istatement. Uyakubona lokho?
Yebo ngiyakubona ngiyakuzwa ngoba uyangitshela.
Yes, I see and I can hear as it has been read to me.
Okay.
Sorry. So you understand English?
Isingesi uyasizwisisa?
Cha inkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord.
Yeah, because I hear you saying, I see, I hear as it is being read to me. And your counsel read that in English.
Ummeli
Just my
wakho
observation.
uyifunde ngesingesi. Manje inkantolo ithi njengoba impendulo yakho ithi ngiyezwa ngiyabona njengoba ungifundela. Inkantolo ithi izwe lokho ingakho
That was
ibuza.
before it was interpreted.
Kungaphambi kokuthi mina ngitolike.
Yes, Mr. Musipidi.
As the court pleases, my lord. And then there's an answer to that. The first portion is redacted, and I'm trying to make head or tail of this handwriting here.
Bese ke kunempendulo ummeli uthi usafuna ukuthi ayifunde kahle njengoba iye yabhalwa la.
This one I cannot see, to be honest. My lord, I can't clearly.
Hello.
The handwriting here is not legible. Perhaps
Let your
if
colleagues help you. They've been helping you.
I'm indebted, my lord. My lord, can I ask my candidate attorney perhaps to come and
No,
assist?
fine. As long as you want to understand what is written down there. Even your learned colleague, Mr. Bande, you can assist because
Mr. Sibanda, can you assist?
it's a common document you two are having.
Below the redacted part of the whole section is redacted. Okay. My lord, I've been informed that that part has been redacted because I see on our documents certain parts were redacted, but now,
It has been redacted.
yes. So
Now, how can you miss anything that is redacted?
the document that I have before me is not redacted, my lord. So I'm informed by the state that that has been redacted.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, my lord. I'm indebted. Perhaps then if we go to 10, paragraph 10.
Okay.
The following questions are now put to the deponent. Do you have any bruises or injuries of any kind? If so, please show them to me if it is possible for you to do so. Was this request asked of you?
Manje ke bathi le siyayeka siza la ku number 10. Imibuzo elandelelayo iye yabuzwa kuwe. Kunala uvuvuke khona noma impawu ezibonakalisayo ukuthi ulimele. Uma ingabe kunjalo ngibonise zona. Uma ingabe kuyakhonakala ukuthi ungibonise. Uye wabuzwa noma watshelwa lokho?
Cha Nkosi enkantolakazi ngitshela ngoba ukube ngabuzwa ngangizombonisa.
No, my lord, I was not informed or asked of any type of injuries or bruises. If I was asked, I was going to be able to show the magistrate.
Now, the answer noted there is the following. The main answer is no, and then except old injuries and old injuries sustained whilst I was underground and when I was very young. Did you give that answer?
Impendulo ithe kubhalwe ukuthi wena uphendule wathi cha, ngaphandle kokulimala kwakudala ngangisase emsebenzini ngaphansi emgodini futhi okunye ngalimala ngisasemncane kakhulu.
Nkosi enkantolo angizange ngalimala emgodini.
My lord, I have never been injured underground.
And the notation continues by the magistrate in brackets, no noticeable recent injuries, scar, healed, right forehead, allegedly sustained whilst he was very young.
Bese uyaqhubeka yena umantshi uyabhala ukuthi akukho ukulimala obekade kubonakala ngaleso sikhathi futhi ubhale ukuthi la ekhanda esiphongo wena walimala ukade usasemncane.
Did you give that answer?
Uye waphana ngaleyo mpendulo?
No, Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord.
And then at 10C, it says, note the particulars of any visible injuries. Ask the opponent is if he agrees with that has been recorded. And the injuries, she notes scar, right side, forehead, and below that scar, small above left brow. And then in brackets, she notes the magistrate, both healed.
Bese ke lana ku C ithi kubhalwe uma ingabe kunezimpawu ebezibonakalisa ukuthi umuntu ulimele, umbuze lo muntu uma ingabe ungazibhala na. Umanje uqhubeke wabhala ukuthi unempawu ebonisayo ukuthi walimala esiphongo la ekhanda ngakwihlangothi lesandla sokudla, futhi uthi kukhona futhi nala walimala ngaphansi kweso kusandla sesinxele, uthi zombini lezo impawu noma lawo manxeba bese sewapholile.
And before you answer that, the comments in the comment section, the magistrate notes the following. Your answer is yes. Both sustained as a small child when my grandmother tried to hit a chicken and the blow landed on my forehead. Did you give that notation?
Bese ke impendulo yakho njengoba umantshi yena wayekade ekhulume ngala manxeba amabini, wena uthe yebo walimala usasemncane ngalesikhathi ugogo wakho ebekade ezama ukushaya inkukhu, bese ke ugcine seyukuthi uyashayeka wena esipho.
Akulona iqiniso Nkosi enkantolo.
That is incorrect, my lord.
Now at 10D, and I read, did the police or any other person assault or threaten you to make this statement? Was this question posed to you?
Manje la ku 10D kuthiwa amaphoyisa noma muntu thizeni uye wakushaya noma wakuthusela ukwenza lesi statement.
Was
Uye
this-
wabuza,
Sorry, continue.
uye wabuzwa lo mbuzo.
Ukuba wangibuza Nkosi enkantolo ngangizomtshela
If I was asked, my lord,
ngoba ngase ngishawa amalanga amaningi ngihlukunyezwe.
if I was asked, I was going to inform the magistrate because I have been assaulted a couple of days and also being abused.
And then the answer that is recorded by the magistrate is no, not at all. Did you give that answer?
Impendulo ebhalwe lawo manje ithe cha neze. Uye wanikeza lana ngaleyo mpendulo?
Angivumelana Nkosi enkantolo.
I dispute that answer, my lord.
And 10E, did anyone influence you to make a statement? Was that asked of you?
Lana ku 10E kuthiwa ukhona umuntu oye wakhuluma nawe mhlawumbe ukuthi wenze lesi statement.
Akaze ngibuze Nkosi enkantolo umbuzo.
I was not asked such a question.
And the recorded answer there too is no, I decided on my own. Did you give that answer?
Impendulo yakho wena ithe cha, akunamuntu okhulume nami, yimina ongizithathele leso sinqumo.
Akulona iqiniso Nkosi enkantolo, iphutha lelikhulu.
That is incorrect, my lord.
Paragraph 10F, did anyone encourage you to make this statement? Was this question posed to you?
La uye wabuzwa umbuzo wokuthi ukhona umuntu oye wakukhuthaza ukuthi wenze lesi statement.
Akaze ngibuze umbuzo lo Nkosi enkantolo ngangizomtshela wambuza.
I was not asked that question. I was going to inform the magistrate if I would have been asked.
And the recorded answer there too is no. Did you give
Impendulo?
that response?
Impendulo ithe cha. When uye waphendula njalo na? No,
Ngiyaqala nje.
it's my first time seeing it.
Paragraph 10G, Were any promises made to you to persuade you to make this statement? Was this question asked of you?
Lana ku-10G kuthiwa ke zikhona ithembiso ezayenzwa kuwe ukuthi zikuncede noma zikhulume nawe ukuthi wenze lesi statement.
Azange ngibuzwe Nkosi enkantolo umbuzo.
I was not asked such a question, my lord.
And the recorded answer there too is no. Did
Im-
you give this response?
Impendulo ithe cha, wena uye waphana ngaleyo mpendulo na?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord.
And whilst we are on this aspect, a version was put to Colonel Gininda that he made a promise of a financial gain to yourself. Do you remember that aspect that was
Manje.
put to Captain Gininda?
Sisase kulelida Brigadier Gininda yena uye watshelwa ukuthi kunemali thizeni wayekade ekuthembise yona. Usakhumbula lokho?
Yebo ngiyakhumbula Nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, I do remember, my lord.
Please explain that to the court.
Ake uchazele inkantolo.
Nkosi enkantolo ukube umagistrate wangibuza lo mbuzo lo ngangizomtshela.
My lord, if the magistrate would have asked me this question, I was going to inform the magistrate.
Futhi Nkosi enkantolo ube ngavuma ukuthatha le mali ngaba ngikho lapha phambi kwakho.
And my lord, if I would have accepted that offer, I wouldn't have been standing in front of you.
Ngoba namanje ngambuza ukuthi kusela ngoJune 16 ungibophela icala lika Senzo. Namhlanje zi22 ukhana angama zi21 zi22 date angisakhumbula Nkosi enkantolo kodwa kwakuyisonto.
And I had also informed him that since from the 16th, you have charged me with the case of Senzo
Yeah, but
to
let
date,
us
which
finish
was
it,
the 21st or the 22nd. I do not recall the date, my lord, but it was on a Sunday.
Yeah, but I want you to explain to the court what the exact promise that was made to you by Colonel Gininda.
Uthi ummeli ufuna kahle kahle wena uchaze leyanto obekade uthe uBrigadier Gininda wayekade ekuthembise yona yini, uchazele inkantolo ukuthi wayekade ekuthembise ini.
Angithi Nkosi enkantolo ufike kimi ezongisabisa kahle kahle ezongitshena ukuthi ngimenza isithutha.
My lord, he came to me threatening me that I was making him a fool.
Usehambile wathola ukuthi mina ekhanda kangena threat futhi benginegolide.
And he had went around and made his research and found out that I had dreadlocks and a gold tooth.
Wasengitshena ukuthi indoda ngoba sengitholile yonke information yakho ngicela sisebenzisane.
And he said to me, now, as I have got that information about you, I would like us to work together.
Wasengibuza ukuthi imali angiyifuni ngamtshela ngathi imali angiyifuni ngiyasebenza Nkosi.
And he asked me if I do not want money. And I
what's
responded to him and said, I do not need money as I am employed.
Angibuza ukuthi enkampanini bengihola imali ngithi mina impendulo eyayifuna wena.
And he asked me how much was I earning, and I said to him that was none of his business.
Bese ngibuza ukuthi angifuni 3 million ngithi ngiright khona ngisokola nomzali wami ekhaya ngisharp.
He then asked me, don't I want 3 million? And I said, no, I am fine as I am struggling with my parent at home.
And is that the gist of what he spoke to you about?
Yona indaba le akhulume ngayo nawe.
Yona indaba la khona ngoba wayethi ngimenza isithuthu sethithi mina nginama threat benginegolide. Lokho ngimtshela igolide anginala ngaze ngakhanda ama threat ekhanda Nkosi enkantolo.
That is correct. That is the gist of our conversation, as he had said that I had dreadlocks and a gold tooth, which I informed him that I have never had dreadlocks, neither have I had a gold tooth.
Ngoba ngeqiniso nje lemsulo Nkosi enkantolo. Ngihambile ngawo check igolide. Abuyile ama results phambi Nkosi enkantolo kodwa akazange ngafaka igolide.
Because, my lord, I had also been taken to a dental surgeon to go check if I have had a gold tooth, and the results came negative.
Ukuthi ke yena wayitshela ubani ukuthi mina ngifake igolide angena ama threat namanje ngisabuza
Mr. Ntanzi, then let's perhaps come back to, because I wanted just to explore that aspect of a promise or some sort of financial inducement. Now let's go to 10H.
Uthi ke asibuye ubekade efuna nje ukwazi le ndaba yesithembiso lebekade bakwenzele sona esemali. Uthi sibuye size la ku 10H.
And it reads, do you expect to derive any benefits from making this statement? Was this question asked of you?
Uye wabuzwa na umbuzo wokuthi ikhona into ekuthi uyilindele ngemva kokuthi wenze lesi statement.
Akaze ngibuze Nkosi enkantolo.
I was not asked that question.
And the recorded answer is no, not at all. Did you give this response to the magistrate?
Impendulo ebhalwe la ithe cha neze. Uye waphana ngaleyo mpendulo?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord.
And I think it's still part of paragraph 10H. It reads, deponent is now informed that he cannot expect any benefits whatsoever from making this statement. The importance of this aspect is now stressed to him, and he is asked whether he understands this. Was this admonishment given to you?
Uma kuqhubetshekwa ke kuthiwe wena uye watshelwa ukuthi ayikho into eyukuthi uzoyithola ngemva kokwenza lesi statement. Futhi into ebalekile ukuthi uye kwagcizelelwa nokuthi wena wabuzwa nokuthi uyazwisisa na lento.
Was that asked of you?
Uye watshelwa nangalokho?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord.
And at paragraph 10I, it says, seeing that you don't expect any benefits from making this statement, do you still wish to continue to make the statement? Did the magistrate ask you this question?
Bese lana ku 10I ithi njengoba sesibona ukuthi ayikho into eyikuthi uzoyizuza ngemva kwale kwenza lesi statement, wena usafisa ukuqhubeka ngokwenza lesi statement na uye wakubuza umantshi lo mbuzo?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord.
And the noted answer there too is yes.
Impendulo
This answer.
Impendulo yakho yaba uyebo. Wena uye waphana ngaleyo mpendulo na?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord.
And paragraph 10J, have you made a similar statement previously, and if so, when and to whom? Was this asked of you?
Bese lana ku paragraph 10J ithi usuke wayenza istatement esifana nalesi phambilini, uma ingabe yebo wasenza kubani? Uye wabuzwa lo mbuzo?
Akaze ngibuze Nkosi enkantolo ngibuza.
No, my lord, I have never been asked such a question.
And the recorded answer there too is no. Did you give this answer?
Impendulo lana ithe cha. Uye waphana ngaleyo mpendulo na?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord.
Paragraph 11, you have now told me that you were not influenced, encouraged, assaulted, or threatened to make this statement, and that no promises were made to you in order to persuade you to do so. I wish to once again ask you to take me into your confidence and to tell me if, in your opinion, anything irregular has been said or done to influence you to make a statement. I undertake to ensure that your allegations are immediately and properly followed up and attended to. Was this admonished to you?
Uma iqhubeka ke uthi njengoba sewungitshelile ukuthi akunamuntu oye wakukhuthaza o futhi noma umuntu oye wakushaya noma umuntu oye wakuthusela ukwenza lesi statement, ayikho into ewuthenjiswe yona ukuthi wenze lesi statement, futhi akunamuntu oye wakhuluma nawe ukuthi wenze njalo. Yena umantshi uthi ufisa ukuthi wena umethembe futhi umtshele uma ingabe ukuya ngawe kunento engekho emthethweni eyenziwe ukukuphoqa ukwenza lesi statement. Uma ingabe ikhona into eyenziwe kuwena, uzoyithatha leyo nto bese uyayilandelisisa ngemva kwalokho. Uye wakutshela into enjalo?
Cha kazangitshela Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord, that was not said to me.
And the noted answer there too is no, nothing of that sort. Did you give that response?
Impendulo yakho iye yathi cha, ayikho into enjalo. Uye waphana ngaleyo mpendulo?
Akaze ngiphane Nkosi enkantolo.
I have never given such a response, my lord.
And then paragraph 12, do you understand everything that I've explained to you, or is there anything that I need to explain again? Was this asked of you?
Lana ku paragraph 12 kuthiwa ke uyayizwisisa yonke into engikuchazisele yona noma ikhona enye into odinga ukuthi ngikuchazisele yona futhi. Uye wabuzwa lo mbuzo?
Hayi, angikhumbuli Nkosi ukuthi ngizange ngibuze nokubuza nje.
I do not recall being asked such a question, my lord.
And the response there too that is recorded is that I understand very well. Did you give this reply?
Impendulo yakho kuthiwa uthe ngiyazwisisa kahle kamhlophe. Uye waphana ngaleyo mpendulo?
Cha Nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord.
And then paragraph 13, the deponent now makes a statement which is attached here to as Annexure A, and in brackets it says statement should be started on a new page, close brackets. The statement is reduced to in writing as he speaks and is written down in his own words. The statement consists of 6 pages marked 1 to 6, and then there's a bold and a notification. Each of these pages must be also signed by the magistrate, the deponent, and the interpreter. No questions are asked except such questions as are necessary to clarify aspects of the statements which are unclear. Such questions, if any, and the answers thereto are clearly indicated as such. The statement is made in Zulu language and interpreted into English by the interpreter. The statement is now read back to the deponent and translated by the interpreter. The deponent is now asked whether he confirms the contents of the statement are correct, and the answer is yes.
Manje ke lana ku 13 uma kufundwa kuthiwa lesi statement lesi siyayenzwa ke siyenzwa sifakwa njengobufakazi buka A. Lesi statement lesi futhi kuthiwa kwamele siqalwe kwi page entsha. Leso statement leso sizawubhalwa njengoba uzabe ukhuluma ngamazwi wakho. Lesi statement lesi sinama page awuzoba u6, futhi lawo ma page lawo abhalwe phezulu abhalwe 1 ukuya ku6. Wonke lama page lawo kuthiwa kwamele asayinwe umantshi, wena noToliki. Asikho isicelo esiye sayenzwa ngaphandle kokuthi le mibuzo leyo eyabuzwa kuye kwacelwa mhlawumbe incazelo ukuthi umuntu ayicacise leso statement uma ingabe sasingacacanga kahle. Leyo mibuzo leyo uma ingabe yayikhona impendulo ebekade kuye kwaphiwa impendulo uma ingabe kwakade kungacacanga. Lesi statement lesi kuthiwa siyenzwe ngesizulu futhi satolikwa Toliki obekade ekhona esitolikela kwesingesi. Lesi statement futhi siye safundiwa ngemva kokuthi sesibhaliwe. Safundelwa wena uToliki naye wakufundela ukuthi kuthiwani njengoba sekubhalwe phansi. Lesi statement lesi wena uye wabuzwa ukuthi lento ebhaliwe uyayivuma ukuthi kuyiqiniso na. Impendulo yakho kuthiwa wena uye wathi yebo.
Cha Nkosi enkantolo, hayi ngiyaqala mina.
No, my lord, it's my first time hearing or seeing such.
Now, I think it's the penultimate page before the interpreter certificate, it says, the statement is now, that is page 8 of 9, the statement is now signed by the deponent by means of his signature. and there's what appears to be a signature there by the deponent. Is that your signature?
Bese ke lana kuthiwa istatement siyasayiniwa umuntu lo bekade ekhuluma wasisayina. Uthi ke ummeli isignature yakho lena.
yewe signature yami Nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, my lord, this is my signature.
And then it reads underneath that the statement is also signed by the interpreter. We can't authenticate that. And then it says, before me, additional magistrate Boxberg, magistrate's initials and surname. It's noted V. Cronje. The date stamp is the 24th of June 2020, and the time completed is 1720.
Bese ke uyabhalwa ukuthi lana utoliki obekade sign ngeke sibuze ngoba akekho. Bese kuthiwa lesi statement sisayinwe phambi komantshi kubonakala ingathi mhlawumbe signature kaMantshi. Bese ke uMantshi naye ubhale ama initials wakhe uV Cronje. Bese istamp esange 24 ka June 2020. Bese ke kuthiwa isikhathi naqeda ngaso wakade kuyimizuzu emashumi amabini ngemva kwehora lesihlanu ntambama.
Angeke ngiphikisane nesikhathi mabe basho ngangena futhi ngangasibona nokusibona. Nalapha nje ngifika khona nesibona ngidingafika nini.
I will not dispute the time, my lord, as I did not have the watch and I did not see the time. Even when I arrived, I did not see what time did I arrive.
And then towards the footer of that page, there's a space for deponent, and there is the initials BS. Did you note or put those initials there, BS?
Uma siyehla ke la ngithi siyabona la uMantshi bese la ithi deponent umuntu obekade ekhuluma ubhalwa. Manje ke ummeli ufuna ukwazi ukuthi la wena owabhala na lo BS lama initials.
Yebo Nkosi enkantolo ngenzeka ukuthi
Yes, my lord, it is possible that it was me.
And once this document was completed, was it read back to you?
Manje ithe uma kuqedwa la uye wafundelwa lento ebekade ibhalwe la.
Nkosi enkantolo angikhumbula ukuthi kwangifundela mina.
My lord, I do not remember that it was read back to me.
Ngoba ezinye izinto la khona izinto engaziboni mina. Njengalo uthi wayengitshela ukuthi wayengibuza ngishayiwe. Azange ngibuze yonke lo mbuzo lo.
Because my lord, there are some things which I do not see, such as when I was asked that I assaulted. I've never been asked such a question.
Ngoba nokusayina kwami la ngangitshela ukuthi iperforma le ukuthi ngikhala ukuthi ngifuna ukugeza yonke into ebhalwe lapha ya.
Because even me signing here, I was informed that this is a performer noma.
Angazi wathi yini kwabiza nje igama kwathi lezi lokho ukuthi ngifuna ukugeza ngangazi nje ngisene ukuthi ngifuna into zokugeza nokufona. Angazi sona.
When I signed there, I was informed that this is a performer that I had complained that I wanted to bath and also made a call. That's what I knew.
Ukuba wayengifundele yonke into ebhala ngangeke ngisayine Nkosi enkantolo ngangiyisayina futhi naye esigangeni lapho ngisayine khona ama document esigangeni.
If everything was read to me, I was not going to sign it. Perhaps I would have signed it maybe in that open field as I had signed all the other documents in the open field.
Njengestatement engisalele esigangeni.
just like the statement which I signed in an open field.
We'll come to that just now.
Utsizofika lapho ummeli.
Yeah, we'll come to that just now. Now, as the magistrate was talking to you, completing this pro forma, the question and the answer session, as she wrote the answers, did she show you the answers that she was writing on this document?
Manje, umanje, njengoba wayekade ekhuluma nawe ekubuza imibuzo, ebhala yena, uye wakubonisa impendulo ebekade ezibhala.
Cha akazangibonisa inkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord, she did not show me the answers.
Now, once that document was completed, what then transpired?
Ngemva kokuthi kugcwaliswe le ncwadi lena kuye kwenzakalani?
Mayiseqede ukugcwalisela.
Yeah.
Once the process was done with the magistrate, she's completed the document, you have now signed it, what then happened?
Ngemva kokuthi asekayigcwalisile le ncwadi le yonke bese wena wasayina kwenzakeleni?
Inkosi enkantolo wangitshela ukuthi lokho engikusayinayo akudibene nestatement.
My lord, she informed me that what I am signing, it's not pertaining to the statement.
Okay.
Ngabuza ke mina kuye
And I asked her,
ukuthi statement isiphi leso sibhalo bani.
I asked her which statement is she referring to and who wrote that statement.
And it was an explanation proffered to you.
Uye wakunika incazelo?
Akaze ngithole namanje.
No, to date I never received that explanation.
What then happened after that?
Ngemva kwalokho kwayenzakalani?
Mfanele lokho ngisukumile inkosi enkantolo.
I stood up
And then,
bese
Ngaphuma.
and I left the office.
who did you leave the office with?
Uhambe nobani uma uphuma?
Mangisoma nje kusuma nale ndoda ebihleli phansi yavula umnyango yaqalaza amaphoyisa mawuphezulu amaphoyisa wabona phansi kade la babe khona babe la uJonathan angimazi lo munye igama lakhe nomhani wayekhona.
As I stood up, the gentleman also stood up from the chair and he started looking for the police officers. However, there was Jonathan and another police officer whom I cannot recall whose name was. As the police officers, when you are upstairs, you would be able to see them from down.
Now, during this entire period from 1430 to 1720, whilst Mujiako was there in that room, did he say anything as this question and answer session was going on?
Sukela sonke lesiya sikhathi nize beniqala kufikela nize niyoqeda umji yakho njengoba wayekade ekhona laphayana ikhona into aye wayikhuluma
Ekhuluma naye.
speaking to me
Either to you or to the magistrate or to the interpreter, did he participate in that process?
ekhuluma nawe ekhuluma notoliki ekhuluma nomanji ikhona indima aye wayidlala
Ayikho inkosi enkantolo wayehlela ecofa ifoni lo muntu lo wayehlela kwa indoda wayecofa ifoni.
No, my lord, there is nothing that he said. The gentleman that had a phone was just seated and said nothing.
Then I'm reverting now to this question. You now stand up, take it from there.
Manje ke ake sibuyele emuva njengoba uye wathi uye wasukuma.
Yeah.
Sichazisele ke ukuthi wasukuma wayenzakalani.
Usukumela ngithi yena wavula umnyango yena kuqala.
The gentleman stood up first and opened the door,
Bangena ko Jonathan
and
nomhane nalo angalazi igama lakhe. Bathi lapha enkantolo ke bangena uzotestify.
Jonathan and Mogane and this particular gentleman whom I do not remember his surname, who also came to testify here in court, they came in.
And then what happened?
Bese kwenzakalani?
Ngase ngiphuma ngase ngehlaka ngetebhisi.
And that's when I left the office and went down using the stairs.
What happened next?
Mangifika phansi kwafika vula imoto Mabena ngoba Mabena wayekhona la phansi apha emotweni.
When I got to the car, Mabena opened the car
Ngangena ke emotweni.
and I went into the car.
And where were you taken someplace else?
Wayisiwaphi kwenye indawo futhi?
Kukhona but before sambe bakhanda meeting eqale la phandle bonke bamala noma Mabena so nokutheleza bakhanda meeting yabo qala kwakhuphuka umhani wayabuyela phezulu noma Mabena lapha bengiphuma khona.
Before we left, my lord, there was a certain caucus by the particular gentleman that I have just explained, and then Mogane went up to the same room which I had left.
And what transpired?
Kwayenzakalani?
Wabuya bangena emotweni ngo sahamba ngangabona ukuthi khanja lapha lapha sasihamba khona.
He came back, went into the car, And that's when we left, and I did not see where were we driving in.
Ngoba lapho esafika imoto yama khona umgwaqo uyahamba ujika so ngathi isenkele so mayiziza so ijika so yena afika yamala.
Because where we parked, my lord, the road goes and as if it makes a circle, and that's when the vehicle stopped.
Can you describe that area with some particularity?
Leyo ndawo ungayichaza mhlawumbe ngokuthi ibe kade inani bakwenzakalani uyichaze indawo yakhona.
Leya ndawo Nkosi enkantolo indawo enama firm, indawo nje yama firm lapho.
It's an industrial area.
And what transpired at that industrial area?
Kwenzakeleni lapho la kunama firm.
Sithenga ngakapheli nje 10 minutes awuphelanga mangifika lapha ngabona sekufika uGenenda nosisi lo hleli ngapha emveni kwami.
In just less than
Mhola.
In just less than 10 minutes, I saw the arrival of Gininda and the lady sitting behind me, Mohola.
What then happened after Brigadier Gininda's and Sergeant Mohola's arrival?
Kwenzakeleni ke uma kufika uBrigadier Gininda no Sergeant Mohola.
Uphumile emontweni weza ngapha engangingakhona emontweni engihamba ngayo mina.
He came out of the vehicle and came towards the vehicle which I was in.
Okay, let me clarify this. It nearly escaped my mind. On the 24th of June 2020, from Wood SAPS to Boksburg Magistrates Court, in which car were you traveling?
Manje nge-24 zika June 2020 kusukela lapha epolice station yaseMoort kufikela eBoksburg wawukade uhanjiswa ngayiphi imoto?
Mina Nkosi enkantolo ngasho ukuthi ngangihamba ngale mhlobo ngangijwayele ukuhamba ngayo vele mangihanjisiwa elekhuzeni. Indlela zabe ngihambisa kuzeni.
My lord, I can say I was driven in a white vehicle because usually there is the motor vehicle that was transporting me to and fro.
Yes, mention
Different.
that vehicle. What is the make of that motor vehicle?
Nhlobo yini yemoto?
Yona iFortuna.
The Fortuner.
Now, evidence led in this court via AVL records and the testimony of Mogane and Gininda is that on the 24th of June 2020, that motor vehicle was at the SAPS garage in Benoni.
Ubufakazi obuzela ngongodi loyana obekade ekhuluma nge-AVL naye uBrigadier Gininda naye uSergeant Mogane bathe imoto leyana nge-24 zika June yona yayikade isemaphoyiseni la kulungiswa khona imoto eBenoni.
Nkosi enkantolo angeke ngiphendulele indaba yeVR Nkosi enkantolo ngoba mina angiyazi nokuthi ihambe hanjiswa kanjani enziwa kanjani.
My lord, I would not respond on the AVL, and the witness just mentioned VAR, which I assume he wanted to say VAVL, because I do not know how is it operated.
Now, to be fair to you as well, Advocate Mr. Mgomezulu read the record of transcript for the evidence of Jonathan, and in his testimony, Jonathan says you were transported and placed in a Fortuna on the
Manje
24th of June 2020.
umnumzana uMngomezulu uye wafunda lezi zinto bezikade zikhulunywe uJonathan. uJonathan uthe nge-24 zika June 2020 wena uhanjiswe ngeToyota Fortuna.
Angeke Nkosi enkantolo ngiphikisane noJonathan ngoba phela uJonathan yena waye right emzimbeni. Mina ingqondo yami ngase ngikhathele ukushawa Nkosi enkantolo. Hlala ucabanga.
My lord, I would not dispute what Jonathan had said because he was fine in his body and I was tired of being assaulted, my lord.
Now, let's go back to the industrial side that you talked about, that Brigadier Gininda, Sergeant Mohola arrived, and Gininda comes out of his motor vehicle, approaches the car that you are placed in. What happened next?
Manje ke asiye laphayana la uthi kunamafem khona.
Yebo.
Bese uma ufika bese uGininda uyaphuma uza kuwena kule moto lebukade ukuyo. Wayenzakalani ke khona lapho?
Nkosi enkantolo uphumile weza ke emontweni wangibuza ukuthi why nqaba ukusayina istatement phambi kwa magistrate.
My lord, he came from his vehicle and came to me and asked me why did I refuse to sign a statement before the magistrate.
ngathi mina Nkosi enkantolo angeke ngisayine into engayazi nokuthi ibhalwe ubani.
And I said to him, I would not sign what I do not know and who the author was,
Ngoba leli gama lokuthi ngimenze isithutha bengalihlala ngalikhipha emlonyeni wakhe.
because he continually mentioned that I am making him a fool.
And then what happened?
Wasentshena ukuthi makuthi angiwasayini ngizowasayina ke ngendlela le abazoyenza kimi.
And he then informed me that if I do not sign them, I will sign them as they will do to me.
What happened next?
Ngibe ngikhishwa ke emontweni ngibe ngima ngenyawo khona la bephinda ke engibuyisela izandla ngemuva Mabena.
And then I was taken out of the motor vehicle and my hands were uncuffed and then cuffed once more to the back as Mabena had done.
What happened next?
Bese ngifaka uplastic ke ekhanda futhi.
And then I was placed with a plastic in my head.
Who placed the plastic bag over your head at that stage initially?
Ubani ofake leyo plastic ekhanda ngaleso
Mabena
sikhathi.
ufaka uplastic ekhanda lami ngoba ubuthelezi yena imoto yayimso mangenza so ngikhiyama ngemoto engibambe ngapha ubuthelezi nalo nomunye uzilo uzotestify la igama lakhe sengilikhohliwe Nkosi enkantolo.
Mabena is the person that has placed the plastic bag on me and
And
the
was
vehicle
any-
was behind me.
Was anything said to you whilst the plastic bag was placed over your head?
Ikhona into ebayisho kuwe ngalesikhathi bafaka leyo plastic kuwe.
Babesho phela mase ngifuna ukukhuluma bazobona ngami ngizomemeza
They then said
or ngishaye unyawo phansi.
if I wish to say something, I would then shout or tap my feet.
And how long did this process continue?
Kuthathe isikhathi esingakanani lokho?
Ngeke ngikwazi Nkosi enkantolo ngimeshina isikhathi ngoba isikhathi sekazi ngangingenalo iwashi Nkosi enkantolo.
I would not be able to mention the time as I did not have a watch.
Ngoba khona kwasake sama nje khona icela lapha.
However, we waited at that particular place.
And was it only Mabena that was doing the plastic tubing over your head, or did somebody else participate in that process?
KwakuMabena kuphela obekade efaka lelo plastic ukuchupa noma ukhona omunye.
Akwakumabhena phela uJonathan wayemngapha duzane naye.
It was only Mabena and Jonathan was standing on the side.
Ngaze ngabona ukuthi Nkosi enkantolo angisayini lento efuna ngelamulele.
And that's when I realized that I should rather sign this document
Ngoba namanye Nkosi enkantolo ayikho into engiyenze ngokuthanda kwami.
because, my Lord, there is nothing that I did according to my will.
Ngoba kube ngayenza ngokuthanda kwami ngabe khona lokhuza ubhale khona ngesizulu ngesandla sami. Isizulu ngiyakwazi ukusibhala.
Because if there was something that I did voluntarily, I would have written in Zulu since I am able to write in Zulu.
And it was placed by Mr. Mgomezulu to certain witnesses that the document that you signed at that industrial site had blood spills on it. Can you comment on that?
Ummeli uMngomezulu uye wathi lamaphepha awasayine laphaya la kunamafem wayekade echithekelwe igazi. Ungathini ngalokho?
Angeke ngicommente ngaleyo Nkosi enkantolo ngoba vele igazi laphuma handcuffed lokho ngidle endaweni yodwa lalicotha liphuma lapha kwathiwa.
I will not comment regarding that as the handcuffed had injured me and the blood was splitting as I was signing. Sorry, apologies for that.
And did you actually see blood on any of the documents that you were made to sign at that place?
Ulibonile igazi kulamaphepha la bebathe uwasayine kuleya ndawo.
Khona lapha ngathi ngibamba khona so kwathiwa ngingabamba ngibamba ipeni kuphela mina ngingabambi la kwathiteka ngapha eceleni.
There is a point when I tried holding like this and the witness shows with his left hand and he was informed that he should not hold. However, there is a spillage of blood. There was a spillage of blood and he was told just to sign and hold a pen.
What transpired after you signed those documents?
Kwenzakeleni ngemva kokuthi usayine lawo maphepha?
Basuka futhi bathi ukukhuluma bodwa ngase ke sengihamba sebengihambisa ke police station khona la. Angazi kuphi police station khona.
They moved away from me and had a caucus, and then that's when we left and I was taken to a certain police station which I do not know which police station was it.
Now, let us quickly go to the events of the 26th and 27th and the 5th of March 2021. The 26th of October 2020, do you recall that date?
Asiye kwisenzakalo ese 26 zika October 2020 usakhumbula?
Evidence led in this court is that on the 26th of October 2020, you were charged for this matter, Phosphorus case 636 of 10/2014. Notice of rights were given to you. Warrants of arrest were served on you. Do you recall that?
Kuthiwa wena nge
6 October
26 zika October wena uye wathwesa leli cala lase Phosphorus la lika 636 ekuthi baye bakufundela amalungelo wakho bakunika nephepha lawo amalungelo lawo bakucebisa futhi nokuthi uthweswa leli cala. Sakhumbula lokho?
Kosenkantolo angikukhumbuli lokho, mina ngitshajwe ngoJune 16 ngaleli cala leli ngiphambi kwalo la. Ngitshenewa futhi ukuthi ngumhali maye ngibopha ukuthi ungibophele icala lika Senzo, akaze ngiboshiwe mina ngo-October ngecala lika Senzo, ngiboshwe ngoJune 16 kosenkantolo.
My lord, I do not remember that, as I was charged on the 16th of June and I was arrested at that point. I have never been charged on the 26th of October. I was informed by Mogane that I have been charged for the matter of Senzo.
Ngoba ngalesi sikhathi evule emaseleni sajikela khona ngapha unetafula khona ephethe amabhuku namaphepha nalento yokustemba, wangitshela ukuthi indoda aqala ngokuthwesa icala la Senzo le matter lase Phosphorus. Wabe ngicharge bathatha ama fingerprint yonke into.
Because my lord, even when he opened the cells, when we went, there was a desk and he had documents which he then placed them down and informed me that I am being charged for the matter of Senzo in Phosphorus.
Now, are you done, sir?
Uqedile?
Okunye nkosenkantolo ngamanga ukuthi anganginiki iphepha elifana nalela nginike lona eRustenburg ngoba phela ungicharge eqale ngecase le yemeda. Wazonginika iphepha leli enhlamvu namanje iphepha leli elifana naleli anginalo leli cala.
And my lord, what surprised me is that why was I not given a document that looked similar to that one which I was charged for possession of ammunition in Northwest? Because the document that looks like this one, I do not have for this particular matter.
And that document that you refer to, what is that, sir?
Yini le ncwadi okhuluma ngayo?
Ilapha angatshena khona le Rustenburg ngama rights ngiqala ukuthola ama rights ngaleli phepha. Lokuthi makuphela 48 hours kufanele ngikhulule mangayiwe katolo. Laleli cala kaze nginike.
This is a notice of rights which I was given that if within 48 hours I do not appear before a magistrate, then the matter would be removed from the roll. But for this matter,
manje ngithusa le mase kuthiwa mina ngiboshwe ngo-October ngithusa kakhulu ukuthi kathi ngoJune 16 ngangiboshelwa le phepha.
I am very much shocked, my lord, that I was arrested in October. Now my question is, what was I being arrested for on the 16th of June?
Now let's go to the events of the 27th of October 2020. It is common cause and evidence has been led in this court that you and the co-accused appeared in the Boksburg Magistrates Court on that day. Do you recall that day?
Asiyeke kwindaba eyange 27 zika October 2020 ukuthi nina navela ke nalabasolwa Boksburg Magistrate Court. Usakhumbula lokho?
Yebo nkosenkantolo wafika kimi ekuseni wangitshela ukuthi ngiye court, wangivusani lela wathi uye court.
Yes, my lord, he arrived to me in the morning and informed me that I was going to court.
And then who is the he that you are talking about?
Ubani lo othi wangivusa ekuseni? Ubani lo muntu okhuluma ngaye?
Sayitshena umhani nkosenkantolo.
Sergeant Mogane.
And were you provided with any escort from the regular people that escorted you to and fro throughout the investigations?
Uye waba nalabantu la bekade behamba nemoto yenu behamba basemuva benu benilandelela.
Yaye khona escort mali bangisibona Buthelezi nkosenkantolo.
Yes, my lord, there was escort. However, it was not Buthelezi and his team.
Now, explain to the Honorable Court what transpired on the first appearance at the Boksburg Magistrates Court.
ake uchazisele inkantolo ukuthi kwenzakeleni ke uma nivela ke okokuqala nibikelela umantshi nge-27 zika-October eBoksburg enkantolo.
Sihambile Nkosi enkantolo ngafika khona lapho engangazi khona la kwayelanga lokuqala ngena khona lapho phakathi. Ngoba ngangingaboni ngikuphi no.
We went to that place which I did not know, my lord, as it was my first time being in that particular place.
What then transpired inside court, the proceedings and all of that, what happened?
Kwenzakalani ke enkantolo uma sesenifika laphayana.
Sangena Nkosi enkantolo phakathi. Nganqaba mina ungena eboxini.
We went in court and I refused to go into the accused dock.
My lord, I see it's promptly 1 p.m. Can we perhaps take the long adjournment?
Okay, 2 o'clock.
Sizobuya ngehora lesibini ke.
Hi guys, yeah, that's the long adjournment again. There's a lot that is actually taking place here. We want to come to a point where we have an understanding, guys. Let's get to an understanding. Remember, the version that can be given to the defense or Ngome Zulu and these people might differ somehow with the one that is going to say. He's now saying the proceedings, how they went about and how things happened. So that's where sometimes you discover now it will be like they are not going in the same direction. But let's see, this is a session we are learning, guys. I can see other people, they are saying no, they are saying too many things about him. But let's see how everything, he's telling us the vision now of how everything goes about, how everything went about. So let's just check, guys, because sometimes we end up actually getting into a point where we are arguing, thinking is off track or something. Someone was even saying that no, he's going off track and something like that. So let's just see, guys, how everything goes out. They know what they are doing. If he is going offline and he doesn't do, they will correct it in a nice way. So let's just see, guys, how everything goes, and we know that it will actually come all right. Yeah. All right. Let's meet at 2. Gloria. All right. No problem. Let's meet at 2. Thanks.
kulungile uNkulunkulu usabele wasipho kubi nathi abanye abantu ebapho kuhle akekho umuntu ozalela ukuthi angazuzi ngengane yakhe nathi sibheke okuthile ngomzakhulelwa njengoba ngangithi umzakhulelwa ngangilandela ukuzaleka kwami mina uqobo ngagcina ngithi-ke namhlanje ngizele umzakhulelwa uye yedwa indodana yami ekhona la ekhaya engethembele kuyo iney'ngane la egcekeni iganiwe ithemba lami benginalo kutefa ukuthi ngelinye ilanga ingane yami izophuma kuleya ndawo ekuyona ngendlela ebengimbona ekhuluma ngayo nangendlela ebengazi ngayo nami ngoba bengazi ukuthi umzakhulelwa wasiya umbulali kameyiwa umfana lo waboshwa konje kwakumhla kabani mama mhla ka-30 June mhla ka-30 June mhla ka-30 May yes waboshwa mhla ka-30 May inyanga yonke singamazi ukuthi ukuphi kwazothi ngo June angisazi ukuthi kwakumhla kabani bafika naye la ekhaya ma befika naye la uyangitshela ke ngoba bathi angiye kuye ngiyokhuluma naye uthi baba ngiboshiwe ngendlela ebengishaywa ngayo bengibulawa futhi bengitshela bethi bazongibulala njengomnyu khona abambulala eFosrolas amaphoyisa amdubula bathiwa yiba bambulala nami ke bazongibulala bemvalele ehlathini laba bemvalele khona ngendlela ngagcina ngivuma bethi angivumi ukuthi ngabulala meyi kodwa okokuqala babetha kacindezele laba bazomnikeza 100,000 wathi ngalile baba ngoba ngiyazi into engingayivumela engathi ngizothi laba ngibacindezela ngani ngazini ngangikuphi wathi ke bathi bazongifaka icaleni sebengifakile ke ngigcine ngivuma istatement abangibhalise sona ngizivumile angivumi ngoba ngikwenzile ngivume ngoba ngivikela impilo
Zinsimbi ngayo nje uyingane ngesiyo lengane yami engiyaziyo noma ngibheka umzimba yathuthumela ngendlela ashayeke ngayo bamshayela ukuthi akavuma ukuthi wayekhona bathi uma ungavuma cindezele umthokozise no Sifiso no balo carrot shuthi bayababala nje uyozuza amadlela ahlasa bamethembe ukuthi bomnikeza imali engango 100,000 banemethembe ukuthi sokhokhela imali engango 100,000 nonizoba ufakazi westage athi ngizoba ufakazi westage kanjani ngoba ngangingekho ngiyazi lento club yakhe ayithanda iPirate makudlala iPirate uzokubukela iPirate ngoba naye waba buhlungu naye ngokufa kaMeyimbo engazazi ukuthi kanti kuzothiwa kusasa
ngikhumbulile kakhulu kakhulukazi njengoba singakhona ukuxhumana ngamafoni bayangibuza phela ukuthi ma ubaba ukulo mncane usisi omncane ngikhumbulile phela mina njengomakoti wakhe ngiyamthemba futhi nginethemba lokuthi akazayenze le nto leyo ngoba inhliziyo yakhe ngiyayazi
ngoba lokho uthi bethu umzawulahla kusuka umzawulahla umzawukhulela igama lami engilisho kuye ngoba ngizela insizwa ngimncane ngingedwa kwethu
First of all, I've never seen a gun ever in my life. So imagine what I was going through. I have children in my house and I have my family in my house and there's intruders in the house. At some point, I forgot my children. That's what happened to me at that point. And when I came back to my senses, I remember that actually I have children in the house. And I wanted to protect my children. At the same time, I wanted to protect myself. So it was just a whole lot of things happening at once and very confusing. And I felt so powerless because I'm always that person who wants to protect.
November, and you testified that you refused to enter the dock. Take it from there.
Besisakhuluma ngokuthi besisenkantolo eBoksburg nge-27 November la
Sorry, 27 October 2020.
nge-27 October 2020 la wena wanqaba ukungena eboxini. Qhubeka khona lapho.
Yebo Nkosi enkantolo ngenqaba ungena eboxini.
Yes, my lord, I refused to go into the accused dock.
What was the reason thereof?
Bekuyini isizathu sokuthi unqabe?
Ukuqala Nkosi enkantolo ngangazi ukuthi eboxini ngiyokwenzani mina.
Firstly, I did not know the reason why was I supposed to go into the accused dock.
Okwesibili Nkosi enkantolo ngangithweswe icala ngoJune 16 azange aphile ndawo.
And since I was charged on the 16th of June 2020, I never appeared before any magistrate.
And what transpired then?
Kwenzakalani ke?
Asingenanga abangasangena sonke nabafuthi labangangenabo.
We, all of us, never went into the accused dock.
Now, regarding Mr. Mjiako, was he present on court on the 27th of October 2020?
Manje ke ngumnumzana uMjiyakho wayekade ekhona enkantolo nge-27 ka October 2020.
Yebo wayekhona.
Yes, he was present.
And who was he representing at the time?
Wayekade emele bani ekhulumela bani?
Mina Nkosi enkantolo.
He was representing me, my lord.
And how did Mjiako know that you are appearing on that date, the 27th of October 2020?
Wazenjani uMjiyakho ukuthi wawukade uzovela phambi kwamanje ngo-October 2020 nge-27?
Angazi Nkosi enkantolo ngoba e-police station akazange angivisit uMjiyako.
I do not know, my lord, because at the police station, Mr. Mjiyako never visited me.
And on the 24th of June 2020, at the magistrate's court in Boksburg, did he inform you that he will appear for you at court?
Manje nge-24 ka June 2020 enkantolo yakamantshi eBoksburg uye wakutshela ukuthi uzokumela.
Nkosi enkantolo ayikho into engayikhuluma nalo noMjiyako Nkosi enkantolo.
My lord, there is nothing that I spoke with Mjiyako.
Ukukhuluma naye mina naye lapha eminyango ngimbuza ukuthi uthunywe ubani ngoba eze lapha nyathi ngimuthunywe usisi khona ukukhuluma kwami lo ngangimgcina futhi mangiqedwe ku magistrate ngiphuma kwakumgcina kwami lokho Nkosi enkantolo.
The only conversation I had with him was when I was asking him who sent him, and he said he was sent by my sister. That was the last conversation we had.
Now, on the 27th of October 2020, did you instruct Mr. Mjiako to come and represent you at the Boksburg Magistrates Court?
Manje nge-27 ka October 2020 uye wathi kuye ezokumela enkantolo.
Cha Nkosi enkantolo ngangaxhumana nje naNkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord, as I was not in contact with him.
And now he appears in front of the magistrate's court. He confirms that he appears for you. Did you raise your concern about his representation of you with the presiding officer in that court?
Nakuke yena sekamile enkantolo ethi umele wena. Ikhona into ewuye wayiphawula wena njengoba sokumanje.
Angiphawulanga Nkosi enkantolo ngelanga lokuqala.
On the first appearance, I did not raise anything, my lord.
Sorry? Okay. Let me see that. Because I need to see the actual document. Let's proceed in the meantime. They are looking for an exhibit for me. But regarding the appearances in Boksburg Magistrates Court on the 27th of October 2020, the 27th of November 2020, and the 5th of March 2020, 2021, did you instruct Mr. Mjiako to represent you?
Manje nge 27 October 2020, 27 November 2020, 5 zika March 2021 uye wathi kumnumzana Mjiako akumele.
Cha Nkosi enkantolo ngisasingaxhumani Nkosi enkantolo and anganafoni ukumfonela singaxhumana indawo nje.
No, my lord, as we had no contact, there was no contact between the two of us.
Now, perhaps let's go to the appearance of the 27th of October 2020. You also appeared in court on that day, is that correct?
Asiyeke ngalelanga uze buvela enkantolo nge 27 zika October 2020 wawukhona nawe enkantolo?
Yebo Nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, I did make an appearance, my lord.
What happened during that appearance regarding Mjiako allegation that he represents you? Did you raise any concern with the court?
Kwenzakeleni ke njengoba Mjiako ebekade ethe uyakumela wena uye wakhuluma nawe waphakamisa isandla ukuthi wakhuluma into ethize?
Siqale ngokungena Nkosi enkantolo ecourt phakathi.
We went inside the courtroom.
Sase siphuma saya emaseleni.
Then we went back to the cells.
Mayefika mangisuka emaseleni lesesikhathi esefika kimi.
And when we got to the cells, that's when he came to me.
And what was his conversation? Did you have a conversation with him then? in the cells?
Wakhuluma naye ke emaseleni.
Kwayilanga lokuqala lapho ngikhuluma naye emaseleni eza ke emaseleni khona le ecourt lapho sikhona.
That was now the first time that he came to speak to me at the cells in court.
And what was the nature of the conversation between you and Mr. Mjiako?
Inkulumo yenu yayikade injani?
Nkosi enkantolo mayefika kimi ubaba la Mjiako uthi uzokhuluma nami.
My lord, when he came to me, Mr. Mjiako said he wanted to speak to me.
Ngithi mina yebo ngakhuluma.
And I said, yes, you may proceed.
Athi kimi uzokhuluma nami ufuna ngazi ukwenza eni uzokhipha idocket yodwa eceleni and ufuna ngenze ideal ngimbuze ukuthi ideal yipi lento okhuluma ideal yani le.
And my lord, he said he wanted to speak to me. I do not know what is it that he was going to do. As he said,
my apologies, my lord. Is the defense going to call Mr. Mjiako?
I think they're going to.
Let's confuse.
If I may confer with my colleagues for 2 seconds. But, my lord, was there an objection, if I may understand from the state?
Yes, Mr. Sibande.
It is an objection, my lord, because I would love to now ask him the contents of the conversation he had with Mr. Mjiako, and then that will amount also to hearsay, because I will be directed now to ask Mr. Mjiako himself, who is not present before this court at this stage. And then furthermore, my lord, I'm not sure whether this information that or the contents of the conversation between Mr. Mjiako and Mr. Ntanzi, whether it is covered by the legal professional privilege or not, that is being asked now to be divulged before this court.
Yes, Mr. Ramsey, please.
My lord, let me pack it. Before I sit down, I'll also confer with my colleagues on that point. Let's proceed. Let's leave that conversation out. We will revisit before I sit down. Then from there, what transpired, let's leave the aspect where he comes to you in the cells. In court, did you address the presiding officer about your instruction or non-instruction to Mr. Mjiako?
Uthi ke ummeli siyeke le ankulume waba nayo no mnumzana Mjiako emaseleni. Uma sesenifika enkantolo, uye wakhuluma nenkantolo nano manje umazisa ngokuthi ummeli Mjiako kwenzakalani phakathi kwakho naye.
Nkosi enkantolo ngizamile ukuphakamisa isandla.
My lord, I tried raising my hand.
Ngaze ngenza isandla so mina.
And I also swept my hands, and the witness showing with his hands, my lord, he did his hands like this.
Wenqaba magistrate ukuthi ngikhuluma.
And the magistrate refused me an opportunity to speak. Yes.
Like they did in,
Yebo Nkosi enkantolo ngangifuna
like they
ukubonisa
do in football.
Njengoba kwenziwa ebholweni.
Yebo Nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, my lord.
And that was declined by the presiding officer for you to address the court. Is that
Loko
correct?
umantshi akazange avume ukuthi wena ukhulume naye.
Yebo akazavuma ngoba ngangizama ukukhuluma ngeke ngoba naye kwakunomsindo ngizama ngithi ngiyazama engavumi.
Yes, my lord. The magistrate refused to listen to me as there was also noise, and I kept on trying to speak to the magistrate.
And then let's move on to the appearance of the 5th of March 2021. Do you recall that appearance?
Asiqhubeke ke siye ku la beka kwi 5 zika March 2021 usakhumbula?
Yebo ngisakhumbula Nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, I do recall that appearance.
What transpired on that date?
Kwenzakeleni ngalelo langa?
Nakhona Nkosi enkantolo ngisiphakamisile isandla enkantolo.
Even on that same day, my lord, I did raise my hand in court.
What happened when you raised that hand in court?
Kwayenzakalani ke mase sophakamisa isandla?
Wakhuluma ubaba lo wayekhuluma sengisikhohliwe isibongo sakhe le wayesimele ukuthi ngifuna ukucela ukukhuluma.
I just forgot the surname of the gentleman who was representing us, but he did mention that I needed to say something.
It has been placed on record and in testimony that the person that then represented you at the time was Mr. Nkwana.
Umnumzana Nkwane lo kukhulunywe ngaye ukuthi uyena ogcine sekakumele.
Yebo le baba wa stage.
Yes, my lord.
And after raising the hand and Nkwana speaking, what then transpired?
Ngemva kokuthi umnumzana Nkwana ke sekakhulumile kwenzakeleni?
Wabe esengitshena usisi lo wayetoleka ukuthi ngakhuluma.
And the interpreter, being a female, informed me that yes, I do now have an opportunity to address the court.
And were you given the opportunity? What did you say to the court?
Ithe mawunikwa lelo thuba lokuthi ungakhuluma uye wathini kumantshi?
Ngeke ngasho Nkosi enkantolo ukuthi iqiniso kube iqiniso akusho ukuthi mina umtshi yakho akabhadalanga imali wayebhadele ubani uswela qaleni.
My lord, I said let the truth be the truth, and I needed to know who paid umtshi yakho.
And what else did you place on
ukuthi
record?
ubalekeleni la Rustenburg ngimxoshile ngatshena enkantolo ukuthi isiphi izathu ukuthi ngimxoshe.
And I also informed the court that he knows why did he run away. Even in Rustenburg, I had withdrew his instructions and he knew why.
And what was the reason that you terminated his mandate?
Bekuyini into eyenze ukuthi wena uthi angasakumeli?
Nkosi enkantolo ufike kimi ungitshela ngedili ngesikhathi semaseleni uthi angenze idili namaphoyisa kunemali ebekiwe 3 million ngambuza ukuthi ukuthatha block impendulo akaze ngiyithola.
My lord, he came to me and said I must make a deal and there is an amount which has been set aside of 3 million, and I told him I do not know anything about that, as he said he had made a deal with the police officers.
Nami ngase ngimendlalela Nkosi enkantolo izinto ngamtshela ukuthi lokhu ngaboshwa ngoJune 16 azange ngihambe enkantolo.
And I told him as well that since I was arrested on the 16th of June, I have never appeared before a magistrate.
Okwesibili ngutshela ukuthi tshena enkantolo ukuthi ngishayo ngasanesa amaphepha ngenkani engawazi awuyitshena enkantolo uzongitshela ngedili.
And secondly, I had told him that I had instructed him to inform the court that I was assaulted, and he never did, but he's now telling me about a deal.
Leso Nkosi enkantolo izathu senza ukuthi ngimxoshwe oba mina anginayo idili nephoyisa.
And that is what made me to terminate his services, because I do not have any dealings with the police officers.
Now, you were appointed the legal aid attorney, Mr. Nkwana, and after that appearance, what transpired?
Wa thatha ke ummeli wo legal aid wabameli laba bangakhokhelwa umnumzana Nkwana kwayenzakalani ngemva kwalokho?
Emva ngalokho Nkosi enkantolo ngathi mangiqeda ukukhuluma lokho basebengitshela ukuthi nangokumele ozokubona ozokumela lapha phambi kwenkosi enkantolo.
After having said that, my lord, I was then informed that here is an attorney that will be representing you in court.
Who informed you?
Ujeloba.
Wayekhuluma yena ngitshela intolika le intolika ibuyisa ke ngelokhuza ngesiZulu.
He was speaking and it was interpreted to me in Zulu.
But who is he that was saying that you are now going to be represented by Mr. Nkwana, the one that his words were interpreted by the interpreter? Who was
Ubani
that?
lo muntu lo bekakhuluma ngesingesi ukuthi manje usozomelwa umnumzana uNkwana. Ubani lo muntu lo bekakhuluma lawo mazwi njengoba wayekade etolikelwa kwisiZulu.
Okay. Now, at any stage from the 24th of June 2020 until the 5th, let me say until the end of December 2020, did you sign any power of attorney or any letter of instruction with Mr. Mujiako?
Manje wena uye wasayina incwadi ethize ebekade uthi umnumzana uMjiyakho akumele ngayo kusukela ngalesa sikhathi uzebe uboshwa kufikela ngo December 2020.
Nkosi enkantolo ayikho ngayisayinayo mina. Ngangizosayine kuphi na ngangambona ngamehlo lawa. Ngiqala umbona nge24 ku magistrate. Azange eze ke muzokhuluma nami.
I did not sign any document, my lord, as I had never seen him. I started seeing him on the 24th when he came in that appearance.
Okay. Now let's go to.
Are you leaving that aspect hanging in the air? About Mr. Mkwani, what do you call him?
Nkwana.
Yeah, you are leaving it there. Fine, no problem. I just want to know.
Okay. Yeah, because subsequent to that, sir, did Mr. Nkwana appear for you in any appearance in the Boksburg Magistrates Court?
Manje ke ngemva kwalo umnumzana uNkwana uye wakumela na laphayana enkantolo yaseBoksburg.
Yebo nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, my lord.
And did you raise your complaints with Mr. Nkwana so that they can be placed on record regarding your treatment at the hands of the police officers?
Wamtshela ke umnumzana uNkwana ukuthi uneyikhalazo ngalendlela amaphoyisa wayekade ekuphethe ngayo.
Ngamtshela nkosi enkantolo. Kodwa ngithe mangimamela record la yena obesebe ngathi ngishawa ejele eRustenburg. Ngangikhuluma ngamaphoyisa la ayengibophile ukuthi ngangitshela uMjiyakho ukuthi akatshene enkantolo ukuthi lamaphoyisa angishayela ngisanisa amaphephe engawazi.
Yes, my lord, I did inform him about my complaints that I was being assaulted in the presence of the police, and
Yes.
I listened to the record that it now sounded as if I was saying I was being assaulted in prison in Rustenburg.
Was it now
Whereas
Mr. Nkwana that we are talking about?
umnumzana uNkwane lo sikhuluma ngaye.
Yebo nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, my lord.
And those complaints, were they raised on the 5th of March 2021?
Lezo ikhalazo zakhishwa ke nge5 zika March ku 2021.
Yebo nkosi enkantolo.
That is correct, my lord.
And what was the reaction? Did the court take any action? What happened?
Kuke kwayenzakalani inkantolo mhlawumbe uMantshi uye wathatha inyathelo ezithize noma kwenzakeleni?
Ayikho into yenze ngangigcina khona utoleka sitshene ukuthi kuzothunyelwa abantu ukuthi ayikho into azange kufike umuntu.
Nothing happened,
Namhlanje.
my lord, as the interpreter just told us that there would be people that would be sent to us, but to date, no one came to us.
And then subsequent to the appearance on the 5th of March 2021 in Boksburg Court, was there another appearance that occurred in Boksburg Magistrates Court?
Manje ke ngemva kokuthi senivele kuMantshi nge5 zika March eBoksburg. Kukhona mhlawumbe elinye ilanga futhi niye navela ngalo khona laphayana eBoksburg.
Angisakhumbula nkosi enkantolo ngathi asivela ngathi saya kuphi kwenye court.
I do not remember, my lord, but
Angisakhumbule kahle.
I don't think we did appear in Boksburg. I think we might have appeared in another court.
And after you, the statement from the magistrate was allegedly taken from you, were there any assaults that were perpetrated upon you?
ngemva kokuthi kuye kwaba nalesi statement bosikade usitshele umanje
Yeah.
kuye baye baqhubeka na ukukushaya amaphoyisa.
Cha qhubeka nkosi enkantolo kwangabe kuphelile khona lapho.
No, there were no further assaults after that statement, my lord,
Ngoba ngase ngiyenzile lento babeyifuna.
because I had already done what they wanted me to do.
And were you at some stage then transferred to a prison? I'm not talking about a police station now.
Manje uye wathathwa wayisiwa ejele na, hayi ipolice station. Wathathwa wayisiwa ejele.
Ngihlalile e-police station ejele ngiye nge-1 zika March mangaphosisa Rustenburg ngiqala ungena ejele phakathi.
I remained at the police station, apologies, until the 1st of March when I went into prison.
And which prison is that in Rustenburg?
Eliphi lelo jele lase Rustenburg?
Prison Ramshana.
Ramushana prison.
Is there the questions that I'm leaving out? If I may check your, my lord, if I may be given a few seconds to. Oh, sorry, I want to touch on this aspect. Now, evidence has been led in this court through OB entries from all police stations that you were held at, from Pretoria North, Moot, Villeria, and Primrose. And according to the entries, whenever you were booked in and out, the last notation on the entry will be no visible injuries observed. Have you heard that evidence?
Bufakazi buzile la enkantolo la ukuthi kuthiwe wonke ama police station la wena ufakwe khona eMword, ePrimrose, eValeria, wena labe okade uyisiwa khona bekade kubhalwa kuma OB incwadi lezi zamaphoyisa kubhalwe ukuthi akukho zimpawu ezibonakalayo zokuthi ubekade elimele. Uzwile lobo bufakazi?
Ngibuzile nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, I had such evidence, my lord.
Now, whenever you were booked, did the person booking you, be it Mabena, Mogane, were they accompanied by a police officer in uniform, say for example at Pretoria North, who will make the notation on the book in your presence that you never had any visible injuries?
Manje ngalesikhathi ubukade ulethwa esiphoyiseni epolice station, mhlawumbe ulethwa uMogane noma uMabena noma ubani, bebakade behamba na nelinye iphoyisa ebalithola lapho kuleyo police station ukuthi kuzobhalwa likhona lelo phoyisa ukuthi wena azikho impawu zokulimala?
Cha nkosi enkantolo.
No, my lord.
And let's move. At a time, let's take the 18th of June, the 19th of June, the 24th of June. Did you have injuries on yourself when you were booked at all the respective police stations that I've mentioned?
Manje ke asithi sithathe i-18 zika June, i-19 zika June, ne-21 zika June. Ngalesikhathi ufakwa kulama police station lawo wawukade ulimele?
Epitora ngangilimele.
In Pretoria I was injured.
Kube le ayideqede kuyibiza ngikhohle igama layo. Primrose.
Is it Primrose? Yes.
In Primrose.
Yeah. Bese khona enye ngikhohlwa igama layo ngeke ngahlala futhi kuyiPretoria. Mangihlala ama police station ayi4 ngijika jikisiwa nje kuwola.
And there is another police station which I had forgotten the name, as I had spent time in 4 police stations being taken from one police station to another, my lord.
Let me remind you of the police station, and by OB entries, evidence has been led in court here. It was Pretoria North, Moot, Villeria, and Primrose.
Ama police station, Pretoria North, Moot, Villeria, and Primrose.
Yebo nkosi enkantolo.
Yes, my lord.
Okay. Now, there's also evidence that was led through OB entries that cell visits were conducted on a regular basis, according to the gentleman that testified here the last time. I forgot his name, from Swanepoel from Silverton, that according to the instructions, hourly cell visits are conducted to inspect prisoners and cells and cell conditions. Do you recall any of such cell visits being done on the cell that you were held in at Pretoria North?
likhona ke iphoyisa elifike la bekade kuSwanepoel yena uthe bebalibele beza behamba amaseli wonke ihora nehora ukuyohlola ukuthi amaseli anjani nabantu ababoshiwe banjani. Wena usakhumbula kuke kuvakashelwa iseli lakho?
Kosenkantolo azange ngavakashela leyo kubuza ukuthi unesikhalo ngiqala ukuyibona ejele Rustenburg mina.
My lord, there was no cell visit.
Njengoba nalapha
The only time where I was questioned if I had a complaint, I started seeing that in Rustenburg.
njengalapha eHosimapulo ngoba bayenza bekubuza ukuthi unesikhalo mhlawumbe uyagula nonani ngiqala lapha emajele ePro station akaze ngidibana nalento.
Even at Khosimampur, my lord, they do such. They come and ask if you have any complaint or you are sick. I've never seen such a treatment at the police stations.
Now, the 4 police stations that you were held at, Pretoria North, Moot, Villeria, Primrose, how many people were held in a cell with you?
Manje kulama police station labo kade uvalelwe khona eVilleria, ePrimrose, ePretoria North, eMoot, wawukade uvalelwe nabantu abangakhi eselini.
Angihlala nge1 kosenkantolo.
I was in a single cell.
Before I sit down, I'm at the end of my evidence in chief. Besides what I've covered with you throughout this process, is there anything that perhaps may have escaped my mind that is not repetitive that you want to tell the Honorable Court?
Ngaphandle kwazo zonke lezinto umnumzana uRamsipili sekakukhulume ngazo, sekakubuze ngazo. Ikhona mhlawumbe enye into ukuthi mhlawumbe akakubuzanga ngayo ongathanda ukuthi uyitshele inkantolo ubone ukuthi mhlawumbe umnumzana Ramsipili uyikhohliwe noma idlulile enqondweni kuye.
Ayikho kosenkantolo.
Nothing further, my lord.
As the court pleases, my lord, that is my questions for the witness.
Mr. Sabanda, what's your time?
14:31, my lord.
14:31. You want us to start now or just cross-examination?
Not at this stage, my lord. I
Right,
just wanted
number-
to bring it under the
number
attention of my
3,
colleague. Yes,
4 and 5. Or should we postpone?
they can start, but I wanted something that Mr. Ramosipile packed regarding the issue of Mr. Mjiako before he can finalize his testimony. Because he said he's going to pack it and he wants to consult with his colleagues.
Oh, I see. So you say he wants to say something about Mr. Mjiako.
Yeah, he said he wanted to make a decision regarding that part of it.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yes, court, please.
I see the gentlemen are conferring. Let's postpone. Even this witness must be tired. Because you only have 1 hour
Yeah, that's correct. my
to
lord.
go.
Yes.
And that which you want to pack, which you packed is with Mr. Mjiako. You can unpack it on Monday.
As the court pleases, I'm indebted, my lord.
Okay. All right, let's adjourn. To be
In
fair
control
to the
it.
witness, he's had a grueling day.
Yes.
Iyabona ukuthi abameli bebasakhuluma kunoludaba mhlawumbe olude ebabakade besalukhuluma futhi inkantolo ithi iyacabangela nawo ukuthi ube nelisuku elide ulibele umela ufakaza manje icala lihlethiselwa ngomsombuluko.
Okay, Monday, 10 o'clock.
I-rice
All right, guys. It's going down on the tomorrow. Monday. Monday is going down on Monday as again. The Mjiako guy is going to be brought in. Definitely, the Mjiako guy is going to come. We really want to know about this Mjiako thing and to find out exactly what exactly is happening there, because Mjiako has got some things that he has to explain so that we can get a clear understanding of what actually took place. All right, guys. I think we are okay now. We can actually wait and see on Monday how everything is going to go down. All right, guys. I'll keep on updating you during the course of the week. I'll continue to update you during the course of the week. If there be anything that comes up quickly, I'll just put it on our page. So guys, enjoy the rest of your day wherever you're connecting, and we know that Monday we will see how this case is going to go down. So thank you for being part of this live stream once again. Thank you. We will meet again Monday. Enjoy your weekend. Have a wonderful weekend to everyone right now. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.
No, I started as striker.